So before I start the video, I just need to point out something important. This housing for my iPhone is the first thing that I've ever been sent for free due to my YouTube channel. And I've been sitting on this review for a long time because I was super excited to get sent something for free. But initially I was really disappointed with this housing and I didn't know how to put out a video criticizing it too much when I was sent it for free. But I did want to be entirely honest. But something has happened along the way. I discovered something just recently that now makes me love this housing. So if you want to find out what that is, please keep watching. But I like this housing so much so now that I'm going to take it as my primary camera for a trip to the Great Barrier Reef next week. So if you want to see that video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. And if you subscribe, it'll help motivate me to make more content. And you'll see the video of me testing this out on the Great Barrier Reef. So this video was made over a prolonged period of time. You might see my beard shrink and grow, and I take a few turns in terms of my opinions about this housing. But ultimately, I have to say I'm pretty happy. And with that, let's keep going ahead with the video. Thanks for watching. G'day, my name is Lloyd, and today I'm going to be trying out the new HotDive Pro Universal Underwater Housing for smartphones. It fits a variety of iPhones and Android phones, and today I'm going to be trying it out with my iPhone 12 Pro. Now, for most people, on a daily basis, their regular go-to camera is probably a smartphone. Newer phones like the iPhone 12 and 13 and Android phones take fantastic photos and videos. So much so that a lot of times it's just not worth breaking out a bigger camera when you could just use your phone to get a great shot. And traditionally, going underwater with a camera is a time-consuming, expensive, and cumbersome process. For the Sony a7 III, which I'm filming on right now, the housing I use underwater is this behemoth, which is time-consuming to put together, to leak check, to make sure everything's going to work properly, and it's a cumbersome piece of equipment to bring with you when you already have to lug around the other dive gear that you need to get in the water. And so this is where HotDive have tried to solve a problem. Your go-to camera, which is your smartphone, can now also be your underwater camera for photos and video. HotDive have also tried to solve a lot of other problems with this underwater housing, because not only is it a waterproof case for your phone, it's also an underwater light, it's also a dive computer, and it also has a built-in vacuum pump system to ensure there's no leaks before you get in the water, and it stops it fogging up. So will the HotDive housing live up to these claims? Well, I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. So let's have a look. This is the package that they send you, and first impressions are really good. The HotDive housing comes inside of this nice zip carry case. Inside of which you will find the housing itself. Now, it's machined out of aluminium. It's a very strong housing. It's waterproof to 80 meters or 260 feet. So that's quite a substantial depth, and I don't think most people that are using this will even come close to reaching that depth. And you can see the inbuilt lighting system, the glass window for the lenses, and the controls on the back of the housing. All in all, it looks like a really nicely put together piece of equipment. Also in the case is a pack of accessories. It looks like we've got some O-ring grease in there, a wrist strap, a lens cloth, a USB-C cable for charging the housing, and an additional O-ring, which is a nice touch. And we also have a very detailed manual, which is actually really well done and quite impressive. So one of the things it tells you to do in the housing is to download the HotDive app, which you can search for in the App Store on your phone, or there's a QR code inside the housing itself that you scan, and it will take you to the HotDive app link so that you can download it. Now, the housing is controlled via Bluetooth from your phone, so it is very much dependent on the app being installed. You have to use the app to take photos and video when you're underwater. You can't use any other features on your phone. When the phone is in the housing, the app must be opened, and that is how you can take your photos and videos underwater. And that's where some of the issues that I have with this housing begin. So with that overview out of the way, let's head to the pier, chuck the phone in the housing, and go for a dive and see how this thing performs and see what types of video and photo we can get with the HotDive underwater housing. So here we are at today's dive site, Cottage by the Sea. From now on I'm filming on my phone, which I'm filming on right now. I'm about to put it into the underwater housing, and the rest of the footage you'll see from here on in will be from the phone in the housing. So unfortunately, if you think like me, you might think that this looks like crap, and it does. This is where I was very disappointed with this housing for multiple reasons. Firstly, it was a hot day, very hot day, and the water was quite cold. So despite the vacuum pump system helping to remove a lot of the moisture out of the housing, it's still fogged up, which isn't necessarily a hardware problem with the housing itself. That would happen with any underwater housing in this kind of scenario. The problem is that because you have to have the phone open and in the app and unlocked immediately before you dive when you put it in the housing, there's no ability like with a normal camera to simply put it in the housing in an air-conditioned room where you've got low relative humidity. You basically have to put it in the housing right before you go on the dive, and that is just a limitation of using your phone as an underwater camera. So that's why all these images have a bit of a haze to them. But worse than that is how shaky the footage is. The thing about an iPhone or any phone is that they can use the accelerometer to help stabilize the footage. That's why video from the iPhone usually looks so fantastic, and this app is just not taking advantage of that at all. And not only is the app not taking advantage of the inbuilt accelerometer on the iPhone, it's also not even letting you use the other lenses or the other cameras on the iPhone. The iPhone 12 Pro has 3 cameras, the 2x telephoto lens, which has great macro capability, the standard lens, and a wide angle lens, which would be really, really fantastic to use underwater. So at this point, I was just entirely disappointed with this housing, because you can take much, much, much better footage with an iPhone on the land outside of a housing simply because of the camera app taking advantage of the hardware that's in the phone. And if you can take advantage of that same hardware underwater, the footage would look so much better. But despite that, I wasn't going to give up immediately, and I would continue to try to get some good footage out of this housing. So I'm sure by this point I would have already inserted a clip that explains what happened the last time I tried to take this iPhone in the underwater housing diving, and the results pretty much weren't anywhere near what I expected, to be honest. A lot of that had to do with it being a very hot day and reasonably cold water, which created a big humidity issue in the housing. So I'm going for an evening dive now. The weather is a lot cooler. The water should be actually a bit warmer, so more in equilibrium with the outdoor temperature, and hopefully we will see what happens. I can get some worthwhile footage and photos to wrap up the review of this housing. Alright, so it's the day after I went diving at night time, and I've had a look at the footage, and look, it's okay. It's good. That's my dog, by the way. It's good because the iPhone camera is good. So the footage is crisp and clear, but it's just not taking advantage of the features that the iPhone has, like the 2 extra lenses on the back of the iPhone, or the inbuilt stabilization. So although the hardware is good, the software is just such a letdown. But this morning, I'm so excited because I actually found another app from another developer, which I'll talk about later on, that seems to support those features. So I couldn't believe it when I found it. I'm like, this is the answer to all of my problems. So I've got some leftover air from last night in my cylinder. So I'm gonna go for a dive in the pool here and try out this new app and see if it brings the features that I wanted to this housing. So let's get geared up and we'll hop in and see how it goes. So there's no exciting animals in my pool to film, but I want to point out initially the first thing that I noticed about this app is it takes advantage of the iPhone's stabilization. This isn't slow motion footage, this is just stabilized footage using the iPhone's inbuilt gyroscope, which removes all of that handheld jitter, which is one of the great things about the iPhone. Additionally, I'm filming this with the wide angle lens. Originally, on the first app, the HotDive app, the official app, you could only film with the standard lens. Obviously, wide angle is super useful underwater, so I just started filming with that straight away. But check this out, this is the zoom capability, using all 3 lenses of the iPhone. Like, this blows my mind that this is filmed with an iPhone underwater. This is what separates it from, say, a GoPro, for example, because you cannot zoom in like that. You've got the wide angle on the GoPro, you can crop in post, but the iPhone, with the 3 lenses, the inbuilt stability, it is a great filming tool, and being able to take it underwater and have this ability to go from wide angle to standard to macro is just absolutely incredible to me. And look, I know this footage isn't exciting at all, but it blows my mind, the capability of the iPhone underwater. The detail in the force fin logo when I zoom in, I'm not even close to it, is just incredible. And it also blows my mind that HotDive, when they developed this housing, the hardware of which is great, did not put the effort into developing an app that could actually take advantage of all of the phone's features. It's just so disappointing when you first unpackage the housing, which looks great, feels great, and you download the app and then you just realize how limited it is. So I hope that's something they really change in the future. It's just software, so I'm sure it's something they can change. But for now, this app is by far the best alternative to make the most out of your HotDive housing. And I can hear you screaming at your screen right now saying, what is the app? Well, the app is called Deep Photo. I found it by searching for HotDive, one word, in the App Store, and lo and behold, this app appeared. And it actually has support for quite a few different housings, like the Sea Life Sport Diver, the Kraken Universal Smart Housing, as well as the HotDive H2 housing. You won't find it unless you search for HotDive as one word instead of 2. Otherwise, you'll just find the official HotDive app. So of course, the Deep Photo app does come with one caveat, and that is the fact that it is a subscription app. So the HotDive app is free. When you get the housing, you can just download it and use it for free. But the Deep Photo app costs, I think, $249 a month, US dollars, or $22 a year, something around that. And then you have the ability to record and use all the features of the camera, which honestly I think is 100% worth it. So thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. I know this one was a bit long-winded, but that's because I didn't really know how to make the video initially, and I had changed my opinion 100% halfway through. I'm really excited to try out this housing in the real world, on the Great Barrier Reef, using the Good app to try to capture the best footage that I can using an iPhone. So please subscribe and like the video to see future updates and see that video on the Great Barrier Reef. Again, I really appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.